This video is going to be a tutorial how I drill down on winning stocks, how I do my research. I'm going to show you the program that I use, and I'm going to go deep down and see how I do it. I'm guessing that now that you read the title, do you know what type of program I use to research my stocks? And
we're going to go deep and hard.
When I got pumped about stocks and buying stocks, and people were telling me that I can make money and eventually I can get rich, people get rich buying and selling stocks, I really wanted to get into it, but nobody told me how to do it. All people say, and every time I go and I check videos and I check blogs and I check on the web, everybody just says you have to do your research. That's the same story that everybody gives you. Nobody tells you how to do it. And so I wanted to make a video on how I do it and how I find my winners. Welcome to SimpleChew. I'm your host, Hank. I'm your typical, boring, awkward accountant. I've been doing this for 10 years. I also run a resale business on the side for the past 5 years. If you've been following me for this long, thank you very much. Every like that you give this video is going to be rich vibe going your way, and you're going to find out winning stock, especially with this video after you watch this tutorial. If you're new, welcome. I suggest you to subscribe. Also hit the like button because I've been delivering videos every Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I talk about financial education, also resale education, accounting practices, usually revolving about taxes. I also wrote an ebook, reaserch for you guys about investment 101. You can get that ebook at www.simplechew.com. I'll pay a subscription for ValueLine. It's my main program that I use when I want to research some stocks or even mutual funds, but I'm just going to focus on stocks because that's what a lot of people are focused on. And it's really disturbing when people come up to me and say they want to get into stocks and I ask how they do the research and they tell me they just looked at the stock quote, and it's kind of crazy that that's all they use. They use the historic data of how the price of the stock has gone up or down. So now I signed into ValueLine, and we're gonna check our first stock. And everybody likes Amazon, so I'm gonna also check Amazon. So let's say that you're brand new to stock and you want to start investing, and now to research, you want to learn how to research, and people have been telling you,
oh, you should invest in Amazon because it's a great company and you buy a lot of crap from Amazon,
so you know it's gonna go up. But you don't want to take that advice and just go and throw 10K in there, not know how the company is doing, not knowing what a company does. So that's one of the most important things in buying stocks. You need to understand the business. So ValueLine does really well. There's other softwares out there and programs that you can use, but this one is the cheapest that you can buy, and it's really effective when you want to learn about a specific stock. So it gives you Amazon. It tells you where it belongs, the DASGA. Then it gives you a little stock quote. It's like any regular program that talks about stocks and gives you information, but this one tells you like the last price, the day change, and it tells you that from the 3 to 5 year target prices. So it tells you where it's going to be in the next 3 to 5 years according to their program and their analysis. And then it tells you the 18 months target price. So it goes really deep on more information that a regular stock quote from like Google or Yahoo is going to tell you. So it's really cool. Then it gives you the ranks. So safety is 2, timeliness is 2. That just means 1 is the highest. 1 is really good. I usually take these calculations, even the financial strength, I usually take them with a grain of salt. I don't really like care too much. I just read it and be like, oh, okay, that's interesting. But the safety just means how safe your money is gonna be if you invest in this company, and then the timeline is like how well it's gonna be doing in the future, like how accurate it is that is in that 3 to 5 years is target. It's gonna be to 2,900 to 4,000. So it just tells you like it's gonna be. Is on track to those type of prices in the future. And then the financials, it just tells you that Amazon has great financials. Like they don't have too much debt, they don't have the income, they're making money at the end of the day, and they're doing really well. It tells you the net operational revenues here, and it tells you from year to year how well they're doing. So it's a fantastic program. It breaks it down for you because I did a video on EDGAR, how to use the EDGAR database, and you can check Amazon. I think I did Amazon too, and that or Coke. But it gives you the year-end balance sheet, income statement, cash flow report. But that is just that year. You can use that information to make a educated guess if you want to buy that stock. he's using the year end, but it's not really good at research is just doing that. It's really important to check continuous years to see maybe last year they did really bad and now this year they're doing really well, and you want to know why they did bad last year. You want to read anything that has to do why they did bad. Or maybe they did really good last year. It was a really successful year. And now this year, they still did well, but they went down 10%. Why they went down on revenue, on operating revenue or whatever. So you need to find out the story of the company going on the historical side of researching. Now we're going to go move down with the ValueLine report. And it says the commentaries. I love the commentaries. They're really informative, but I also like the ranks. I really take it with a grain of salt. I don't really ponder too much on them. It just tells you the good things about the stock, what happened. It just tells you the story. A lot of people, you can develop your own story. You can follow Brian G. Fong's story. So you can follow story. You can follow your own story. So it just tells you. It's just telling you a story at the end of the day. And because stocks, choosing to buy a stock is an art form. And you need to believe the story. You need to make the story. It's a story that you're telling yourself. It's the same story that everybody's telling themselves. So all the investors who want to invest in Amazon have almost the same story. So that means that a lot of investors, let's say the story is that Amazon is going to be doing super well in the future. That means that a lot of people are going to be buying more stocks. That means that more new investors are gonna get into to buy it because they all have the same story about Amazon. Everybody thinks that they're gonna make a boatload of money, so everybody wants to jump into Amazon. So that means that target is gonna be hitting. So the target of $5,000 in the next 5 years is gonna be hitting. Everybody has the same story. Everybody's gonna be buying this stock. The evaluation chart is what I go
deep in really hard
because that is where the money is at. This is where you can find out how well the company is doing. You can find out if they have any debt that they're accumulating because of something. You can check it here because once you check that they have debt here and you can see the debt is rising, you can go back to the 10K or the 10Q and to find out more about the story. You can find out why they're buying like a new equipment. You can find out they had a lawsuit. All that stuff is gonna be on the 10K. You want to go back there and check. So this is just like a snip of the story. This is just a trailer of the movie. So you come here and check. Okay, the net operating revenue from 2015 it was 227, and then went to 2016 and went to 285, and then 300, 400. So Amazon is doing amazing. Like every year, the growth is unbelievable. And then the cash flow, you can see like it's just growing. The earnings per share, obviously people are buying this. So it's just something that you don't want to invest in a company that has no dividends. It's gonna tell you that they have no dividends. The book value, the stock share, it's gonna tell you the long term. It's gonna keep telling you everything you need to know about this company. It's gonna give you all the historic, which is the most important part about researching a stock. You want to know how they did in the past, in the between years, and then you need to find out the stories between the years. So if you want to go back to the 10K of 2015 and then compare it to the 2016, what happened? Why they went up? What are they doing? What are they doing right? What are they doing wrong? So it just takes a lot of work, but if you do all this and you get the story right, and everybody also is seeing what you see, trust me, the company's gonna do well, because eventually people are gonna see what you see. So you want to be the first one to see that the company's doing well. So Amazon, we all know they're doing well, but you might find a company that nobody knows about it, and you know they're doing well because you saw the story, and then you can put the story out there and be like, hey, this is what I found. Let you guys let me know what you think. And then boom, they start buying it too. That's it for the video, guys. That's how you research stock. I know the report is more in detail. I didn't go over every single thing in the report, but at the end of the day, I don't use every single thing in the report. Everybody has their own way of researching, and this is my way of researching. I just check those specific areas, and I just work the numbers, work the story, and work with the 10Ks of every year and current years, and then also the 10Q is quarterly. And I have to keep checking them. You have to keep researching, and you find that diamond at the end of the day once you start drilling down on each stock. And always remember, guys, to keep it simple.